Morning, guys. It's Wednesday, July 31st, and we're gonna get ready to start cutting second cutting hay. I know the last video I just put up was the side dressing corn, and I've had that stuff recorded for like a month, but I just got around to getting that up. But I would be mowing by now, but my disc spine flew apart the other night, so kind of unsure on this Kubota. I was helping the dairy I work for. They wanted to chop some sorghum Sudan grass. I went over to help mow them. Flew apart on me the other night. And now this is another thing that annoys me. This is where the flashers went. It's a 5-pound, close to 5-pound flasher assembly, and Kubota just mounts it to sheet metal, and the vibrations broke it out. So I've got them working on that for warranty, because it's not a year old yet. This side here looks to be alright yet, but I think I'm gonna take that off and put some plate steel behind it just to help with vibrations. Laying over here is the there's the flasher unit. Fell off and fell down in front of the header. But that's minor compared to what I've got going on here. Here is one of my cutter heads. You got the pieces here that go around it. This is crop lifter. I'm not sure. This must go under it. And then the cap that sits on top. I was mowing sorghum Sudan grass, and the tractor pulled down a little bit, and then I heard something go flying, and it had thrown a cutter head. It tried to come through the sheet metal hood here on top, and then I think it would have if it wouldn't have been for this heavy piece right here that it hit. But it bounced around in there and then through it, and it was 11 o'clock at night when it did it, and I was able to find these 3 pieces here, but I couldn't find this. So I went back, I went home, and then I actually put a picture of the broken cutter bar on my Snapchat story, and my salesman, I have him on Snapchat, he asked about it Sunday, which I was going to say something to him, but I wasn't going to do it on Sunday on their day off. And he was saying that I was wondering what warranty would do on that, because it fell apart. So he said Monday they would check. Well, Monday come around, and we went ahead and we chopped that field. And I figured, well, I told the guys raking it, I said, keep an eye out for that cutter head, because I'd like to have it. Well, they never found it raking. I'm like, well, the chopper, it's got a metal detector in it. It'll find it, and the chopper never found it. So I went up there on the 4-wheeler last night, and I was able to find it. It was kind of half buried, but because before I had found this, Kubota's warranty would not do anything for it since I didn't have all the pieces, because I don't know if they wanted to see this to prove that I didn't hit anything or what. So I found this, and that's going to hopefully change some things, because right now they said the warranty isn't going to do anything because this piece was missing. Let me open the hood here, and then I'll pick you back up and show you what's going on. Alright, get my flashlight here. Here's the hub that the cutter head mounts on, and the 4 bolts sheared off on it, and there's a little bit of dirt and mud on the cutter bar because that field was worked up this spring and you couldn't avoid the dirt. But that should not have happened. Even if I would have hit something, there is supposed to be a shear system down underneath of this that protects everything on top. So, like I said, there was no rock where it happened. We didn't see rock when we raked or chopped. it just fell apart. So I'm not, right now, I told them I wanted to mow hay today. They've got another machine, a new one sitting on their lot they're taking parts off of to get me going for today, and then they're gonna talk to Kubota on the warranty and figure out who's gonna have to pay for them. I'm hoping, since I found everything, Kubota will do something, because clearly you can tell by just the blades, the conditions of the blades and this, that there was not a rock that hit them. It was these bolts broke. And even, like I said, even if it was a rock, their shear system did not work like it was, like they told me it would. There's just a little key down in there that's supposed to break. But I'm waiting on them to tell me that they got all my parts in, and then I'll go up and get them and get it put back together. They're sending me a new hub. I might still try to get the bolts out of this one, because this hub is still good if I can get the bolts out, and if I had to buy the parts, I'm gonna keep it for a spare. But so that's just a little frustrating. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm kind of saying that the Kubota is not going to be a long-term thing. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe thinking about switching off to a Deere sometime, because I'm just having little issues like this, and it's not a year old yet. So I guess I don't know if I said it or not, but this piece was not anywhere near where it happened. It had actually thrown it 30-some feet out to the side, because you can tell right where it happened. There's a streak where that cutter head fell off, but that was laying 30 feet out to the side of it. So I'm glad it didn't come through the hood, because it was kind of headed on the way for the back window on the tractor. So I was glad it stopped there. So I'll get back with you guys when I get it put back together, and hopefully we'll go mow hay. We got a really good weather forecast for it. Now we're here at Farmer's Equipment. I guess I'll go ahead and get the parts and head back to the farm. We're at their New Hampshire, Ohio location. So I got this cutter head off and this one off, so I can see how to time the new one. So I got the bolts out, so we'll just pull this hub out of here. And this one, I don't believe there's anything wrong with it. It's just there's bolts twisted off or sheared off in the head. So we'll put it out of the way. And got a new one here. This piece here is $450, but I did not have to pay for it. They actually took this off of a machine they had on their lot to get me running for today. And then we'll figure out what Kubota's warranty is going to do for me on it. And then we'll figure out who has to pay for it later. But let's look down in the cutter bar, and it's gotta be timed. Basically, these hubs have got this little lump here. They've all got to be facing the same direction. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this hub in, bolt it down, and we'll go to the field. There's a crop duster going over. Probably running to the Bell Fountain Airport to fill them back up. I could hear him running around over to the west of us. I just got everything put back together and retimed, and I just started the tractor up and ran it a little bit, so I don't have any blades hitting. It runs real quiet, so we're gonna call this job done. I guess we'll just, I do have to grease it yet, and then I'm gonna take off and start mowing second cutting. That'll be all for this video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, we're out here at the home farm. We just started mowing second cutting. I actually just got done making the video of putting this disc Bine back together after it fell apart on me, and I run a couple rounds here at the farm to make sure it's going to work, but we're going to go do some of the other hay fields that I have to do, because as you can tell, this farm, the alfalfa, did not survive the winter, so there's next to nothing here. So I know we've got better fields that I do, so I want to get them mowed. I'm gonna get them drying first, because this stuff, it won't take it long at all to dry. And I'm probably gonna get my cousin's big rake when I go to rake it and open it up as wide as I can and pull everything in, because I bet there ain't 10 bale out here on this 12-acre field. I bet there ain't 8 bale. But the plan was to plant it to corn, but then we got all the rain this spring and we couldn't even get the row crop ground planted, so this didn't get planted to corn. So we'll make what it produces for another year, but this is going to be coming out of a hay stand. I'm going to take off to the next field. Catch back up with you.